Hi friends, I hope you're all doing well. Guess what? I bought more things during the Sephora sale, okay? I really splurged. I was not expecting for this to happen, but it happened. I really just, I don't know. I had things on my wish list and I already filmed a video sharing with you guys what I had bought. And so if you want to see that, I'll have it down below. But then I started watching other people's recommendations and that's where I went wrong. I was sold. I mean, so many people influenced me, so I really splurged. All of these products are very bougie and I just went for it. I don't know. I heard really good things about it, and for some reason, everybody convinced me. So first of all, this is actually something that I have been eyeing for a while. And then Kathleen Lights talked about how delicious this smelled. She was talking about the body butter, but I didn't want to commit to a fragranced lotion, so I went with the scrub. This is the Ouai Scalp and Body Scrub, and it's in the scent St. Barts. This does smell good. But I'm very picky with scent, so I wanted to try out this scent with something that was like wash offable, you know? So I went with the scrub first. If I end up loving it, I can always go for like the body lotion, but I love the packaging. So that's the first thing I bought. Haven't tried it yet, but really excited to. I'm telling you guys, this is bougie. This is YSL, Valentino, Giorgio Armani, Givenchy. Like, who am I? I really went for it. I don't know. To be fair, some of these things I've been eyeing for a long time. Some of the things, though, were very impulsive and were influenced by other people. So the first thing I bought was this, the YSL All Hours Foundation. I was influenced to buy this from Andrea Allie here on YouTube. I will have her channel down below if you don't know her already. She's amazing. But she swore by this, and the other foundations she was recommending were some of my favorites. So I was like, listen, I feel like we have a similar taste in foundation. So I was like, let's give this a go. I bought the shade LN1, and just by the bottle, it looks like it could be a good match. It's always tricky trying to buy foundation online. I do not have a Sephora very close to me, so I always have to buy my Sephora products online, or usually anyway. All right, we're gonna try this out. I'm gonna start by applying it to just one half of the face. Ooh, okay, so a little bit is going a long way. I might have to actually go a little bit more than half of the face because I don't wanna overload the product. Well, good job to me on the shade match. Yes, this looks really nice. It is blending out really beautifully on the skin. It has a fragrance, which is one of the things I really dislike about high-end foundations. They always have a very strong perfumey smell, which I don't love. But anyway, here we have it. It applied beautifully. It almost has like a velvety finish to the skin. It covered up my redness beautifully, but it's very lightweight, which is so nice. So let's go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. I truly was not planning on picking up a foundation this time, but this honestly is looking really, really pretty already. I'm just gonna press this in with my sponge. And then the second product that I bought, I didn't even know about actually. And I was watching Instagram stories, and my friend Kelsey, or Rosalie Rouge on Instagram, she had actually bought this during the sale, and she was influenced by somebody else, actually several other people I think, and she was like, yes, this concealer is living up to the hype. So I was like, okay. I bought it in 2 shades actually because so many people were raving about it, and so many people that I follow, that I trust their recommendations. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna start off with 2 shades. So I bought the shade 95, or 95 I mean, and 120. I just wanted to make sure I had one for like blemishes and then also for under the eyes. Did I even say what this is? Okay, sorry, I'm too excited. This is the Givenchy Prisme Libre Skin Caring Concealer, and everybody was seriously raving about it. So I feel like this one is gonna be good for my under eyes. This is the N95. This is actually a ton of product in here. I'm so excited to try this. Here's the applicator. It's a nice doe foot. Just gonna put a bit underneath the eyes, and then I'm gonna use a brush to blend this out. Ooh, okay, this has a bit of a luminosity to it. It's very thin as well, but it has really nice coverage. I'm gonna take what's left from my brush and just go on the eyelid to kind of cancel things out. Even though this says it's a neutral shade, it actually kind of runs a little bit on the yellow side, which I normally like things that have a bit of a pink undertone for myself. So maybe I should have gone with a cool tone, but I still feel like it works actually once it's blended out, so I'm sure it's fine. That's just me being extra picky. I'm just gonna kind of press that into the under eyes and on the eyelid as well. I'm gonna kind of use it to brighten up the center of the face a little, and I'm just gonna press that into the skin with my exact same sponge. Okay, that feels good underneath the eyes. Looks beautiful as well. Okay, so now I'm just gonna do a little bit of contour using my Milk Makeup Sculpted stick. Okay, no, this is the Sculpt stick in the shade Toasted, not Sculpted. I mixed the two. I'm just gonna set the whole face with my Huda Beauty powder. Okay, wow. That concealer underneath powder is like airbrushed. It's so thin, but gives such good coverage. I'm really excited about that formula. Well, I just filled in my brows, and I don't know how they got so large today, but here we are. Okay, so the next step I'm gonna do is actually this right here. This is a product that I was influenced to buy from Katie Jane Hughes. She was an artist guest on Makeup by Kellyanne's platform, which I'm subscribed to. It's so amazing. She's doing like this artistry series where all of the celebrity makeup artists are coming on and doing tutorials on her, and you learn so much. Anyway, this is one of the products that she used and I was sold immediately. It's the Tom Ford Shade and Illuminate Highlighting Duo in the shade Moodlight. I have never seen this before. I'd never used this before, obviously. I don't really buy too much from Tom Ford in general, but it's gorgeous. I like don't even want to use it, but I'm going to. Anyway, she took the bottom shade and she used it on the eyes. She also used it on the face later, but I wanted to see how this would look all over the eyes. I normally don't do this, like put a highlighter in the eye, but it looked so pretty how she did it. She also took that same color and just kind of went all over the face with it. She did this toward the end of the look, but I'm just kind of using it now since I have it out. It just seemed like it gave the most beautiful glow. I'm also gonna dip into the top shade because it looks so pretty. I'm gonna pop that on my cheeks as my highlighter. Ooh. Oh, that's beautiful. Ooh. I'm just gonna take my sponge and kind of press that down into the skin. Very pretty. I wanted to use, well, okay, I bought a couple of blushes. The first one being this Valentino Eye to Cheek dual use blush and eyeshadow in the shade 05. This is one that I've heard Nikki Makeup talk about for forever, and I've wanted it for so long. And then Andrea Allie said that she loved this shade as well, and I was like, well, that's my answer. Look how pretty this is. It's not a kind of color that I feel like I would pick for myself, but since they're both makeup artists, I don't know, I trust their recommendations, so I wanted to give this a go. Whoop. I guess there's a little brush in there that fell out. Okay, but I'm gonna use my own brush, and I'm gonna start by applying this kind of on the high points of the face, toward the back of the cheeks, like this. It's kind of like a red blush, but not in a intimidating way. It does have like a nice rosy undertone to it. It's not a straight red blush, but it's very pretty. A little goes a long way, and it's building up very nicely. I wanted to use this since it does say that you can use it on the eyes. I want to use this on the eyes as eyeshadow as well, which could be interesting, but we're going to try it. So I'm just going to do this all over the lid since we've got the Tom Ford highlighter thing going on in the crease. I've never really done this pink of an eye before, but hey, here we are. And I think to keep myself from looking too wild, I'm just going to focus this shade on the top lid. I feel like that could be really pretty. And then I'm going to keep adding just a little bit more of that color in like the temples to connect the eyeshadow color to the blush. Make it a little more editorial. All right, I'm going to dip back into the Tom Ford palette, and I'm actually going to take that same brush into the top shade and pop a bit of that color in the center of the lid. We're just playing today, you know? I just want a little bit of a glow there. Ooh, I actually think that looks really cool. Let's take that same color and pop it in the inner corner of the eye to highlight that as well. And then a little bit right underneath the brows right here. I'm also going to take a little bit of this bottom shade and apply it right here on the lips. That's what Katie did in her tutorial. I just loved how she used this all over the face. I feel like that's what made me justify the price, because it's a Tom Ford product and it is not cheap. But the fact that like she used it on the eyes and the lips, I just felt like if I could get use out of it like that, it would be worth it, you know? Last minute, this was not influenced by anybody. I bought this myself. I mean, I bought all of this myself, but I bought it because of myself. Like I picked it out myself, I mean. Okay, so this is the Armani Luminous Silk Glow Blush. They launched so many pretty colors, but I went for the shade Ecstasy because it's like this gorgeous, bright, poppy bubblegum pink. I wanted to try multiple shades, but I held off since I had already bought like a Valentino blush as well. Anyway, let's try this out. I'm just gonna pop this on the apples of the cheeks. It's a very blushy look that we're doing today. Ooh, yes, this is the color that I was hoping for. I mean, I have so many bubblegum pinks. This is a little bit more neon than the other ones. A little bit more bright, which I like. All right, I feel like this look needs mascara. Let's do a little Rare Beauty mascara. I'm just gonna put this on the top and bottom lashes. I'm taking a little bit of the Huda Beauty powder. I'm just kind of toning down my blush slightly, even though I love blush. Since I use two pretty intense colors, I don't want it to be too crazy. All right, I'm gonna wipe off a little bit of the foundation on the lips. I don't wanna cover up the Tom Ford highlight on the lips though. So I'm just gonna kind of add that back in. Okay, and I actually bought a lipstick that I've been wanting to try for forever. So I'm first gonna line the lips with the Anastasia lip liner in Deep Taupe. And this lipstick is also from Valentino and also something that I was influenced to get from Nikki Makeup. I've seen her use this shade many times. It's the matte lipstick in the shade 123R Falling for Nude. And it looks gorgeous. I'm very excited to try this. I feel like Nikki Makeup always has the best lip color recommendations. Ooh, that looks so nice with the blush as well. The packaging feels kind of cheap for how expensive Valentino is. This formula feels really nice and that color is stunning. Like it's a very cheap plastic, which is kind of a bummer. If you're gonna buy a Valentino product, I kind of wanted it to feel like a Valentino product, you know? I think it's because it's like a refillable package. I think all of them are refillable. Anyway, very pretty lip color and very comfortable formula so far as well. All right, I'm just assessing the situation and I'm adding even more of the Tom Ford highlighter into the eyes and underneath the lower lash line. And then I'm gonna take even more of that and add it to the forehead, the cheeks, the jawline, and let's even apply some down the neck while we're at it. We'll just make everything glowy. I normally like to apply setting spray and all that. However, since I'm trying out some new complexion products, I'm gonna skip setting spray today and just set the brows. This is the Kamiko Brow Sensei Gel. But that completes this makeup look using all the new things that I splurged on during the Sephora sale. I have to say there's a few things that I'm already like really excited I bought. The first thing being that concealer. I mean, it really is so beautiful under the eyes. I'm excited to see how it wears throughout the day. Be sure to check the description box for a little wear test note. Usually it takes me a few days, especially if I've done like a full face of new things. Sometimes it takes a while for me to understand like which products are working and which ones aren't if I've tried several things at once. But the concealer upon application looks stunning. The foundation also looks really beautiful. It's kind of emphasizing pores here. I don't know if that was like because I added powder a little bit too much. I'm not quite sure. I'm gonna keep an eye on this, but I mean, the foundation applied beautifully, which was nice, but we'll have to see how that wears. I love things like this that are just like things that I wouldn't have necessarily picked up, but I'm actually really happy I got this Tom Ford little duo. It's gorgeous all over the face and it doesn't look sparkly, it just looks luminous. I love that I can use both shades on myself and how this one has a little bit more of like a brown undertone. So it works great over top of like the areas that I bronze and on the eyes as well. I'm very excited about that. The blush I think is such a beautiful color. I do feel like it's a little bit super pink with the blush color on the eyes as well, but I had to try it on the eyes. So I'm really excited about both of the blushes I picked up. What else? The lipstick, gorgeous color. I feel like that was definitely something that maybe wasn't a need for me because I have so many lipsticks, but I really love how that looks as well. Overall, I feel like I'm really happy with everything so far. I do feel like the Prisme Libre concealer in the shade 120, I might exchange for a lighter and more cool toned color because I feel like the one that I opened and used, I actually can use on blemishes and things like that. So I think I might want to go for more of a pinky undertone. So I might exchange that for a different shade. But yeah, overall, I mean, this was a very bougie Sephora haul for me. This is a really beautiful color. Definitely more intimidating in the pictures online and in the pan than it is once applied to the face. I think it's a really fresh color, especially for spring and summer. So overall, I'm really happy with everything that I got. But if I had to pick two things that I'm the most excited about, it's definitely the Givenchy concealer, based off my first impressions, and the Tom Ford duo. I just feel like that's what is giving me this really healthy glow all over the face, which I love. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing what else I bought. I feel like that was definitely a little extra of me. I normally don't go all out. But that's what happens when you watch too many YouTube videos and you have friends that are beauty influencers, okay? I am easily influenced anyway, but I will say I'm really happy that I have some of these products already, and I'm excited to see how they wear. So yeah, check the description box. I'm also excited to try this later tonight when I shower. It smells really, really good. Let me know if you guys have tried any of these products. I know these are kind of like random and all very much splurgy items, but truly this is what I spend my money on. It's makeup. It always has been. It's so funny, like so many people really love to buy clothes or nice shoes or handbags, and I just want the makeup. That's it. So for me, this is really fun, and I'm really happy about most things on my face. I do want to keep an eye on the foundation, but it applied well. Anyway, I'm rambling now. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Let me know if you've tried any of these things that I tried and how you feel about them. I will of course have everything linked down below as well if you're interested in trying any of these things. But yeah, I'm really excited and I feel really pretty and really fresh in this makeup look, which is great. So yeah, that's it from me today. I hope you all have an amazing day wherever you are, and I will see you in my next video. Love you. Bye.